أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. These are the Ramadan Daily Quran Studies for the year 2025, written by Zahid Aziz and produced by Ahmadiyya Anjuman Ishaat Islam, Lahore, UK.
Study 14. Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the expansion of his heart and mind. In the Quran, it is said to the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, "Have we not expanded for you your breast with the divine light and wisdom, and removed from you your burden, which weighed down your back, and exalted for you your mention? Surely with difficulty is ease. With difficulty is surely ease. So when you are free from anxiety, work hard and make your Lord your exclusive object." Chapter 94.
ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب.
Banding of the breast is also mentioned in Moses' prayer in chapter 20, verse 25. My Lord, expand my breast for me. Chapter 20, verse 25. Verses 1 to 3, expansion of breast and removal of burden. When the Holy Prophet ﷺ was assigned his mission of reform of humanity, he felt it as an unbearable burden, and his heart was uneasy and anxious about it. But God filled his heart with light, tranquility, and knowledge. This, so to speak, expanded his breast. It brought him relief and comfort, lifting his burden, and gave him confidence. He became capable of understanding the most subtle of concepts and encompassing the broadest range of spiritual knowledge. This was necessary, as he had to preach to the entire world, in which there existed a wide range of religions and philosophies. It is also stated in the Quran about all humans. So whomever Allah intends to guide, He expands his breast for Islam. Chapter 6, verse 125.
فمن يرد الله أن يهديه يشرح صدره للإسلام أفمن شرح الله صدره للإسلام فهو على نور من ربه فويل للقاسية قلوبهم من ذكر الله أولئك في ضلال مبين.
Is he whose breast Allah has opened to Islam, so that he follows a light from his Lord, like the hard-hearted? So woe to those whose hearts are hardened against the remembrance of Allah. Such are in clear error. Chapter 39, verse 22. The word opened in the last verse above, shar, is the same in Arabic as the word translated as expand in the 3 verses we have quoted before it. Chapter 94, verse 1, chapter 20, verse 25, and chapter 6, verse 125. This expansion or opening signifies the illumination of the mind with wisdom and divine light, and filling it with the satisfaction of having found the truth. The last verse, chapter 39, verse 22, above clearly mentions a person following light from his Lord in connection with the expansion of his breast. In contrast, the person whose breast has been opened with one whose heart is hardened against the remembrance of God. Verse 4. Exalted for your mention. When all these verses were revealed, the Holy Prophet was an ordinary, obscure man of no importance. No one was interested in him. As promised here, his mention was exalted. Eventually, his name spread all over the world, and people became keen to find out every detail of his life and work, millions of them wanting to take his character as an example. From being least known, he became the best known person in the world, known for his high character and morals, reform work, and founding a great religion. This verse indicates that Muslims must strive their hardest to make the Holy Prophet's name exalted in the world by presenting the true picture of his life and refuting allegations against him. Verses 5 to 6. Surely with difficulty is ease, with difficulty is surely ease. It is twice stated that difficulty is followed by ease. This comes true during the mission of the Holy Prophet, that the period of difficulty and adversity for him and his followers led to the period of ease. The same statement is repeated, and this indicates a prophecy yet to be fulfilled, that when Islam is again in difficulty, that condition will give way to ease. But what can sustain us during that period of intense difficulty, when we bear the crushing burden of the task of presenting the true picture of Islam to the world? If it is this, if our hearts are filled and stretched with the correct knowledge of Islam and filled with divine light through worship of Allah. But the passage also reveals a general law of nature, that to achieve anything, we first have to encounter difficulty, and if we bear with it and do not give up, then it is followed by ease, where we achieve our objective. Verses 7 to 8. So when you are free from anxiety, work hard and make your Lord your exclusive object. These instructions guide us as to what to do when we reach the period of ease. We must continue to work hard to avoid falling into the ways of laxity and carelessness that lead to decline, and we must continue to turn to God, since the temptation in easy circumstances is to forget Him. The Holy Prophet, even when he reached the height of rulership over entire nation and had tens of thousands of devoted followers, continued to lead the same life of austerity, hard work, and service of God and humanity as he had always done. Verse 1 and other verses quoted above mention the expansion of the breast. The Quran also speaks of a person's breast as narrowing or becoming straightened. Regarding the Holy Prophet in this connection, it says,
ولقد نعلم أنك يضيق صدرك بما يقولون فسبح بحمد ربك وكن من الساجدين واعبد ربك حتى يأتيك اليقين.
And we know indeed that your breast narrows at what they say. So celebrate the praise of your Lord, and be of those who prostrate before him. and serve your Lord until there comes to you what is certain. Chapter 15, verses 97 to 99. The narrowing of the breast indicates the Holy Prophet's distress and pain at the false allegations of his opponents about him, in contrast to being in a state of tranquility and satisfaction. The passage above goes on to say that through prayer this narrowing can be relieved and made to vanish. Regarding what is meant in the closing words by "until there comes to you what is certain," there are different opinions. One meaning is that through worship of God he will reach certainty that his mission will succeed. So, the assurance of his success would fill and expand his breast again. This advice is not only for the Holy Prophet but for every Muslim. End of study 14.
Barakallahu lana wa lakum fil Quran al-Azim wa nafa'ana wa iyyakum bil ayati wa zikril hakim innahu ta'ala jiwadun karimun malikun barurur rahim.